What's up, guys? It's Dante Fazina with Summers Tool Machine, fabricating, welding, all that. And I'm making a skid plate for a TYM T754. I noticed that the company doesn't offer skid plates for this model, so I'm gonna just kind of make a video, hopefully help some people out. And I did start a little bit late, but the video, but we got it in there. I'll pull it out in a minute. I'm just taking some measurements. We're gonna have 3/4 mounting points, I guess, back here. We have a plate that bolts up to the bottom of the hitch receiver, and I'll give you the measurement. It's a 2 3/4 inch drop from the bottom to the top of the plate, and that gives you enough so you're not hitting, you know, around here. It's not jacked up all the way right now, but yeah, it's bolted in back here. And it's I made this 40 inches wide. It's like 84 inches long. I'll get measurements in the end for you. Second mounting spot, it's right in here. I put a 1/4 inch plate because that makes the difference from the 2 3/4 inch drop where these end gussets hang down. So the 1/4 inch will sit up in there. Drilled 2 holes on either side, and I just used right here some I-beam or a C-channel. Drilled some holes so it'll sit over the top like that, and then you can bolt it down. So I got one on either side on these drop bars going across. And the final mounting spots are going to be up in the front. I'm going to bend another piece of probably 1 3/8 up and catch this first bolt here on both sides. And we have an angle coming up on the plate just to deflect any bull crap that gets caught up in there. But yeah, we're also going to be welding 2 more plates coming off, one for the hydraulic filters and everything, tank behind here. You know, probably come out like a foot or so and back over. And then same on the other side, part of the fuel tank still hangs out right here. So we'll make another probably a foot plate, come out here, cut back across. Yep, and I used a 4x10 sheet of 3/8 steel plate for this project, and that should be enough for pretty much, you know, everything. This is what I have left from the cutout. Just your corners from the angles, back piece, and then this is the chunk I saved. So hoping maybe out of this piece, and then we'll cut into this big piece probably down there for them side plates and whatever gussets also we'll have to add to it. Okay, so we just got that second point put in there like that, sitting on them drop frame rails, and we really didn't lose any ground clearance, a 3/8 inch at most. So now I'm fitting up the plate that's going to go over these hydraulics and filters and whatnot. Just got, you know, torch cut 3/8 plates out of the same sheet. Gonna try to use it all up for the customer on this project, so he doesn't have no waste. So go something like that, and we'll cut with the torch a little recess in here like that, you know, clearance for the tire. There's not really any articulation this way back there, so it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so pulled this bolt out right there, and it's just like that on the other side. So I'm going to bend a little piece up, and then it'll latch on, and we can bolt back through there and suck up the front. And I'll do that on both sides, and then yeah, I'll pull it off, put them side mounts on, weld them up, and get it all painted, and that should be ready to go. Here's our bracket. We'll weld that up, and that'll tie it up in the front there. We'll do 2 of them, one on each side. Pull the bolt back up, do the other side, and then drop it down and we'll weld it up nice. Going to bend this is just heating it with the torch. If I can find my striker. And have this little piece of 6011, kind of just mocking up my angle. First try. Alright, cut it off in the saw. It's a length. Alright. Getting this other side pulled right now. There you go. Just like that. So it'll be like that. Give it a little tack. We'll drop it down now and get her all welded up. Now I'm getting ready to drop the skid plate. Pulled my front bars off. You can see the channel up there. Did the other 2 of these. Now I've got to break these loose. Now I should be able to drop it. Perfect. Show you guys what we kind of got going on. So it's where you mount up under the back hitch, 2 service holes there and then up in the front, and here's some other bands we just made, so we'll weld them up. You're good to go. Right here is going to be the hydraulic tank skid. It's going to hang off that far side, and then over here we got to cut a 12 by 23 plate to cover the fuel tank, and that's going to sit in right here and come down, and we'll build a face on the front of it for any branches that might protrude. That's what we're working with so far. Right here will be the plate that'll come out over the fuel tank. Put something up on the front with a gusset, and then right here is going to be for the hydraulic reservoir, kind of hanging down on that side. Shitty deal. And then on them I-beams, I'm just going to weld these nuts on there, capture them, so you don't have to get up in there with the wrench every time you tighten it. All right, so we just got these plates welded up. Just stitch welding them in the side. I was gonna put like an 8-inch riser to protect the front side of the fuel tank, but it's right over the tires, so that won't work. Other than that though, it's ready to flip over, stitch the back of those, and then paint it. Got her flipped over, cleaned off. A couple stitch welds in there. A couple stitch welds over here. Then we'll paint it up. You're ready for install. Side done. Nice stitch welds. Hop over to the other side. Sides all stitched up. Sides all stitched up. Paint it up and install it and send it on its way. Last will be some paint using some Rust-Oleum. Turbo. Oh fuck yeah, it works pretty good. Got the first coat on. Looks good. Getting a little bit of dripping, but this is all gonna get scratched off, I'm sure, anyways, out in the fields and whatnot. So I'm more concerned about getting a good layer of paint on that top where water and other things might just end up sitting in there, a little bit of mulch and everything. And here it is. Tomorrow I'll install it, but it looks good. Got 2 coats on this side, 2 on the other. In the morning I might throw another coat on here, just to get some little extra in there. But got our straps welded in here. Get that bend, stitch welds, holding that other plate on. Got the spacers, oil cutouts, and the back mounting riser there. Look good. Tractor. All right, so we let that paint dry overnight. It's the morning next day, and I don't think we're gonna throw another coat on here. It's pretty thick now that it's all dried up. We got about 2-3 coats on there, just going back over it. So we'll get this out on the blocks outside, pull the tractor over it, and then we'll bolt it up. Got it up on the jack. Just getting it lined up. We're about there. It's lined up about perfect so far. We just got to jack it up a little more. On the back as well. Just got to knock that to the side. And then we'll be in there. Just using a dab, a blue thread locker. Getting these all tightened up in here. I'm just snugging them for now, and then the holes really ain't too far oversized, but we're just gonna snug them up, make sure it's all square, and then we'll go back and retighten it, and then I'll hose it off. Yeah. All right, now we're all jacked up where we need to be. This is our other, kind of U-bolt almost. It's gonna go over the top right there through those 2 holes on each side. We'll send these bolts up through the bottom, some Loctite, and that should be good. Then bracket on this side. That side's in over there, nice and tight. Do that right here. Then we'll move on to them front straps. All right, we got all those off. Now we got this one front bracket right there. We'll get that bolt put in now, and then same thing on the other side. Go around, double check all the bolts, make sure they're tight, and then she should be good to go, ready for the customer. All right, so we got it all mounted up. sitting on its own. Looks good. Nice clearance and everything. Sitting in there nice. I hope this video helps you guys go get your own or fabricate your own. And if you'd be interested in one, check us out, Summers Welding Fab. We're also a full machine shop in Crab Orchard, Tennessee. Do shipping and all that. So you guys have a good one.